Hi, everyone out there. We are the hosts, Josh and Sarah, and you are listening to Kid Talk, the show that talks about the short people. Let's take a call.
Hello, I have recently acquired a small model and I am unsure how old it is. It is just learning to read and it likes to repeat things back to me. It talks about itself a lot and is starting to recognize symbols like those that are written in books. It also likes to pretend that inanimate objects are fantastic animals, like brooms are horses and sticks are swords. Oh, and it cannot seem to retrace its steps to find the way home. Can you tell me what I'm looking at here?
Well, you say it's talking and starting to make sense of things it sees. That rules out the sensory motor age vintage. But it can't execute reversible thought, so we can also rule out concrete operational era. I think what we are looking at here is what they call in the trade a pre-operational model. Maybe somewhere between 2 and 4, depending on the type of language used. If it begins to talk about other models in a more social way, you might have a little bit older model, maybe in the intuitive phase.
I definitely think that we're talking about a pre-operational model here, especially if you're experiencing transductive reasoning.
Transductive reasoning? Yeah, I think I have noticed that more recently.
Well, good. That's a positive sign that your model's developing correctly. Do you want to take another caller? Sorry, I just stepped on your line.
No, that's okay. Let's go ahead and take another caller. Caller, you're on the air.
Hi there. I'm a facilitator at a model upgrade center in Omaha. My pre-operational models lack focus and accuracy. The other day, I was trying to upgrade their sharing skills with a round of show and tell, and they immediately went off topic. When one of the models said, I brought in a seashell, the other models shouted out statements like, my mom has a seashell necklace. My mom is coming for snack tomorrow. We had snack yesterday. It turned into chaos. This kind of conversation happens every day. It's like they can't think of anyone but themselves. I need help.
Well, you really put your finger on it. They can't think of anyone but themselves in that stage. This is classic pre-operational behavior. The 2 to 7-year-old models can be frustrating at times, especially technicians such as yourself, since at this stage they are only able to focus on one attribute at a time. One word said by another will trigger a thought and they are off on a tangent.
Tell me about it. Have you noticed that they confuse heavy with large and they can't separate height from age? Sometimes they make illogical connections to things.
Why, yes! Like they don't know what a beach ball will be lighter than a baseball. I suppose it's because the beach ball is bigger than the baseball.
Yeah, so they really don't know how to attribute properties to things yet. It's an assimilation accommodation thing. Just be patient, give them a little room to get off subject, and then gently keep rolling them back to the topic you want to discuss with the whole class. And I think we can pause now for a word from our sponsors.
This portion of the program brought to you by Hooked on Phonics. Perfect for your pre-operational toddler, learning to read one sound at a time.
Okay, we've got time for one more caller. Caller, go ahead.
Good morning. I have a 34-month-old model, and it's starting to make funny noises. They sound very familiar, and I would like to coax more of this behavior out of the subject. Do you have any suggestions?
Well, these models are very finicky, and this situation needs to be handled with care. You could use the sight word approach to encourage meaningful conversation by repeating commonly used words and making associations such as cars go fast while you're playing with a race car. The subject then learns to associate vehicles with the thought of going fast. You can also use phonics to analyze the sounds written words make, or simply ask your subject to tell your stories while you copy them down so that the child can see how they look while in written form.
I concur, and I would further add that these approaches focus on specific aspects of development. The sight word approach is an analytic method. Your model will learn the individual parts of words, but might not see how the words are put together in sentences. Using Using phonics, you can improve on this approach by incorporating sound for recognizing word structure. And using the language experience approach, you can create a constructivist environment where the subject brings their own perspective to the lesson. They can also experience how the words are connected together.
Oh gosh, well, thank you for all your suggestions.
Well,
Time.
that concludes today's program, so join us next week when we talk about puberty. Myth, fact, or should we care?